T-Money. Oh, what a kick. What a kick. Hit the pylon. What? Yo, poker. That's exactly what I've been working on my kicks, bro. I'm punting it off. Hit the pylon, bro. Hit the pylon. Yeah, the front pylon, but they still marked it at the 25. Yo, that shit was crazy. Come on. Come on. Come on.
They'll run with a backup.
Boom.
This is Williams. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
I can hear you on my TV.
For real?
Yeah. Well, listen to it.
Yeah, I heard.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Yo, put all your headset. Put the chat audio to your headset.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Put all the audio into your headset. That's how I play. It's better like that.
And intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
Bruh.
It's caught inside the 25.
Guess what he does? He burns me over the top with Tariq Hill. Yo, these motherfuckers. That's how you know KC is the cheesiest team. A motherfucker can't beat you, so he goes right to that team. Let's go.
Now a first
Come in.
carry, it's Williams. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards.
Come on, red zone defense. Preach it all the time.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down.
Pick, red zone defense. And I'm taking it back. And I'm taking it back. Red zone defense.
And there he goes. The 40, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Martin, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that
watch this kick.
Sometimes kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
Bad one, bad one.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it.
How about now?
Them at home, and they look so good
I switched it up.
Like they were angry of all that Chiefs can't win at home talk.
You can't hear me through there no more, right?
Andy Reid. Remember, he was 1-4 in Kansas City in playoff games. People keep talking about you win a lot of regular season games.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it. Yeah.
In Arrowhead Stadium.
Yes, sir. Popcorn, please. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
And going deep for Hill. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, It's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Allen Bailey. He's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the gun, it's Wentz. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action. Now Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D. Ford in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Take it at the 37. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. Now he's flushed out left. Oh, wide open, complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Allen Bailey in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. On play action, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Go! Let's go, Greg.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And Tate's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar from 4 yards out. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Wentz now on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Go. Waiting.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 21-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
He's going to let this one go deep. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. And even 50 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Into the red zone. Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurt.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 73 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Sproles, 30. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Darren Sproles with a return of 102 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Harris has it over the middle. The 30. 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They come out here in the I. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And he knocks it through. Now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. To throw, it's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end. Dallas got it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Back. 120.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Now he's flushed out right. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Run.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They run again with Ajayi. Ajayi, 1st down and more. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone. But he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Yeah, they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 51 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brandon Graham able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And that will get them one closer. Butker now to kick this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to...
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Shotgun now for Wentz. Dancing to his left. Pressure gets to him and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They give him a gain of 38. Watkins alone on the left side. eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Flush to his right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Here's Ajayi. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Lion.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you? And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Allen Bailey in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Here we go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. But how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. The trick play works. Excellent execution. 18 yards on that fake and a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. They run with Ajayi. There he goes inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on first down. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On second down, here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They'll toss it to Ajayi. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Left, 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 left.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. There's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Wentz now to throw. Flushed out right. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket. Completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while. And at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77. So not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They go play action here on first down. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. 12 more yards there and another first down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 46. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. What the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Gummy, back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ, first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Pop up.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Now Jones. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And incomplete to open things up. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up second down.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
They'll run it with Elliott. Still shedding tackles. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Ooh, that's taking a real chance on the opening drive of the ball game. I get wanting to be aggressive, but you don't want to leave your defense in a bad spot right away. Fortunately, they're able to convert here on 4th down.
Prescott now, and that's incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
41's the will. 41's the will.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
We're going right there. We're going right there.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick here is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. The first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a play fake. Wentz. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 5-2. Lion.
Wynn's going to try and throw on third. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Ram.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And Tate's got it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Lefty.
On play action, Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Into the red zone. Wentz under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Wentz. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Hang in there now.
On play action, it's Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and we get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
1st down, Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Completes it to Austin. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Hey, switch. Let's go 47. Gun. Then we're going to 53.
A second down throw for Prescott. 20! On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
And he can indeed. Pretty well executed there. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On third down, Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He finds an opening past the 40. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. This is Ajayi. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A big play there from Ajayi. 49 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now it's Ajayi. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block...
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. With that ball hitting the ground, let's take a spin around the league real quick. You know, last week we discussed the head coaching vacancies. There were 8 of them. Well, a lot of those places have already found new coaches, Charles. Some old faces in new places. Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay. Adam Gase staying in the AFC East, jumping from Miami to the Jets. And how about some of the new fellas?
Yeah, how about Cliff Kingsbury? He went to USC to be the offensive coordinator after losing his job at Texas Tech. Ends up being the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Freddie Kitchens gets the job in Cleveland, gets the promotion. Vic Fangio finally getting his shot to be a head coach. He's going to Denver. And Matt LaFleur, he's going to work with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
That leaves us with 2 remaining spots, Cincinnati and Miami, still searching. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. 26.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
26.
On 3rd down, it's Elliott. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call.
Run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47. And we're going right there.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, 46. It's coming now. Hey, 47.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go, 47. Then we're going to 53. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth.
We're going to 54. Here we go. 47. 47. Here we go. All right, hey. Here we go. 47.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Ertz over the middle. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop it for his 2nd sack now here tonight. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Great.
Now Wentz, got to have this one. Aguilar has it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate from 13 yards out. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
18-yard line. It's back onto the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating with defense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Prescott now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. He can't get him down. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Swing to the pit, right. To the right. It's coming now. 26.
Throwing here, Prescott. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Elliott, toss right. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Then we're going to 53. Under. 26.
Here's Prescott. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here you go. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. 46.
4th down, Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside.